Hello guys and welcome to another video. A few days ago I saw the new Dacia Duster for the first time, and these are my first impressions of this model. Keep in mind that this model you are seeing is the extreme trim level. It has a 4x4 system and of course it has the new sandstone beige color. I will start with the exterior design, then we will talk about the interior. On the exterior design there are a few things I like. First of all, I really like the hood design. Those big lines in the middle are giving the car a strong look and it's very nice. I really love it, and in my opinion this will be the first thing everyone will notice when they will see the car for the first time. Another new thing introduced on the Duster 3 are the plastic covers on the rear wheel arches. Another good thing for those who were saying in the past that Duster is a cheap car and doesn't have this kind of design. Also on the rear wheels we get the brake discs, which overall are making the car look even better. Another thing I like is the plastic insertions, the sparkle design on the front bumper, on the side, on the rear bumper, and of course the one has the Duster name written on it on the back of the front wheels. I took the time to check out the car underneath, and I must say that the clean underbody that doesn't need any protection is a good thing. You only need protection for the engine and the gearbox, which is somehow a problem if you want to do some heavy off-roading, because I noticed that the front bumper is lower than the engine skid plate, and the engine skid plate seems to be smaller, seems to be half of the size of the one that was used on the previous Duster. My only hope is that some third-party maker will produce a different skid plate that will also cover lower side of the front bumper. Another thing I don't understand is the hole in the right side of the front bumper. I don't know if this is a bad thing or a good thing. It must be used for something, but that we will find after I receive my model. Another thing you will definitely notice is the larger 18-inch wheels. I must say that I will replace them with a 16-inch wheels with some 80 tires. These wheels are too large. Of course the car looks very nice with these bigger rims, but overall for me it's not a good idea. Also the rear lights are very nice, but being on the side could mean that those rear lights could get scratched easily on branches in off-roading, and under the hood and in other places you will see choices of cheap materials or areas where the automaker cut costs very much. One example is the area under the hood that is not painted in the color of the whole car. So these are my thoughts about the exterior. On the interior, I really like the new infotainment system. It's very big, it's oriented in a different way than the one on my previous Duster. You also get some air conditioning buttons over there. The center console is much smaller, borrowed from the Renault models. Also the steering wheel is the best looking steering wheel on a Duster, and I don't think they could make it even better on the 4th generation. Another upgrade from the previous generation is the bigger armrest. I really like this armrest. You also get a slightly bigger storage space under this armrest, but what's most important is that you have a bigger area to support your arm, and also the front passenger has some area as well, which will make the journey more comfortable with a Dacia Duster 3. The U-clip system comes in handy for those of you who want some accessories on the car. You get a U-clip spot for your phone between the steering wheel and the infotainment system. It will reduce the overall area of visibility for the windscreen, but there is no other better place to use for your phone. The seats seem like the ones on the previous generation, only the ISOFIX system is different with the design borrowed from the Renault models. As my first impression, the seats seems to be exactly like the ones on the previous generation, the extreme trim level on the previous Dacia Duster. The only difference, the colors used for the TEP micro cloud tapestry is a little bit different. so the whole area for the windscreen is smaller. You get less visibility. It will be difficult to drive around in the off-roading situations because you cannot see the front end of the car, at least not that good as in the previous generation Duster. And also the side windows are much smaller, and in package with the darker interior you might have some claustrophobic feeling when getting into the Duster for the first time. The storage spaces on the front doors are lower and narrower on this model, and the storage spaces for the rear doors are much smaller. Boot seems the same. I've noticed bigger storage spaces under the boot floor, around the spare wheel, and overall I really like the new Dacia Duster, but there are some important issues that I have to solve in order to use it as I want in some off-roading situations. This implies finding a skid plate for the engine and the gearbox, also replacing the tires, the rims, and maybe getting covers for the seats in order to protect the interior fabric. So these are my impressions about the new Dacia Duster model. I will get my car in around 1 or 2 weeks, and I must tell you that the model will be different than the one I pre-ordered back in January. But we will talk about this in a future video when I will explain everything for you. What do you think about the new Duster? If you have seen it, what are your first impressions about the model? And let me know in the comment section if you will buy it or not. Thank you and take care. Bye bye.